Hello! It is Saturday. We're scrap busting with Gail and Molina. I'm actually on time. Go figure. This will actually upload on a Saturday, along with a bazillion other videos since I am behind on everything else. But it is what it is. Just some fun stuff this week with these two. Mina, after dinner, please. You did not already eat dinner. Dinner is still cooking. Oh. Yeah. So Gail, taking inspiration from Margaret over at Seven Plaza, created like a little collage page. She didn't really show what she used it for, but given the size that mine is, what I would probably use it for would be a full page pocket. Just using a random smattering of things, but it's with the book page as your base. And using up random scraps. Because again, it's, your scrap busty. All right. So I have a book page out of an encyclopedia that is glued in half. It was used as a glue page once before, so it's glued in half. And again, could I have used a regular book page? Absolutely. But why? When, I have so many of these glue pages just kind of hanging out and serving like no purpose whatsoever. But, they're supposed to serve a purpose. This is a piece of scrapbook paper that I used my die cuts and cut out into a frame. That was inspired by Gail. She actually has a stash of frames hiding out. I don't. In fact, most of which she used on hers. I'm like, okay, I don't have anything. So yeah, I kind of had to break the rules semi. Technically that was a scrap piece of cardstock. This was, and I just pulled out my my scissors. So layering up, I've got a row of tickets in the back, and I chose the green. I have dark green, light green, blue, and red. And I chose this lime green to kind of pull in the green from these flowers here. And then I also have this image that's got the red to pull those reds in. This is an Edith Holden image. From her diary, country diary of an Edwardian woman. And I'm just kind of placing that just so it's touching just a little bit of every component. It's touching the tickets, it's touching the label, it's touching the frame, it's touching the book page. And because I'm going to use this as a like, I hope it's on the right side. I'm going to put a thumb pull in here. that was an added element for me because, again, she didn't really say how she was using these. You could cover the back and turn it into a journaling card. However you want to do that. Like I said, I'm doing this as a another full page pocket. I actually did Gail's first for a change. Usually I do Melina's first. But Gail's was on the top of my pile. So, and I'm gluing the book page. I'm not gluing the ticket parts down. Just the book page. For no major reason. I don't know where my glue towel is. So I'll just use a napkin that's on my desk. So then this becomes a pocket here. And just like that, you've got a whole page decorated. Now, leaving these open, I could use that as a tiny little tuck spot, for little images if I chose to. Like I could have, I don't know if I have anything little here. Just to, like just something little to tuck up under there. Another image. I was looking for something contrasting, but again, the main purpose is to have this decorated pocket. Very simple, easy use of scraps. I like the idea of the frame. To be honest, I may have to make a bunch of those because I've got a bunch of those dies, but I don't really use them. I don't use them very often. I glued my glue page to my book.
Hey, Grandma.
Hi, Mina.
Look.
3:30:24.
I'm covered up the blanket.
You are covered up with the blanket. What is that?
We hatched.
You hatched?
Yeah. Now I'm back in. I'm back in now.
Okay, so there's week 13 for Gail.
The hatch.
Yep, we're going to use that. I'm going to use that on a different project.
Can I do this again?
Not right now. So Melina took die or tabs. She has two different types of tab punches. She has the whale tail, like I have. And she also has a different kind. If you don't have tab punches, it's okay. You can use strips of paper and just, put a decorative edging on it, or, would you please stop?
I don't play games on it.
No, go play on the tablet.
It's not hard.
Well, that's not my problem. Please stop touching stuff. Thank you.
Rude to me.
No, you're being rude.
I know why.
You're gonna find out Grandma can be rude.
Frustrated? Are you frustrated?
You're kind of frustrating me, yes, because you're not listening.
That's why you're being rude to me.
Mhm. Anyway, Melina showed us how you can take modern, plain little papers and dress them up to look vintagey. And that's using stamps, stencils, and that sort of stuff. So I have my walnut stain. Oh, hi, that is not what now that I've got that nice and loaded up with ink. I want to use my dauber. I want to use my blending brush. See how my dauber's going to transfer ink all over next time I go to use it. Try to get your stencils to not move. Yeah, especially once you get started. If they move on the other one, once those are done, it's okay. You just don't want it to be able to be moving around while you're trying to do a specific, it's like when I'm trying to a child. Need to get another baggie of wipes out as well. This cut in half. Half of it put away. Cut. I don't think I have any stamps still on my desk. Believe it or not, actually put a bunch of stuff away as I sit here and dig. Let's see. Let's pull these out. And then I'm going to layer on top of that with some darker stuff. I'm also doing two different kinds because I want to show, the difference between the dark and the light, the dark purple versus, the lighter, what it could look like. Okay, and I also have my stamps. Plus a random number. And I'm inking just off to the edge because there's another line right above this 710. And I don't want, I don't want the whole thing. I just want the 710. Just got to remember these are going to be folded in half. She went all the way to the other side of the house to go tell Grandpa that I was being rude to her. I'm like, didn't have to tell you to quit touching everything every time you come into the craft room. Not to mention what she's wanting to play with is my lighter. I'm like, no. want something with some words on it. I mean, not that you're going to be able to read them anyway, but... You saw that, right? I stuck my finger right back in it. Something simple. And look how different they look than when I first brought them out. Okay. They don't look like the same pieces of paper. Now, tabs are fun because you can put them like this. You can put them on the top of the tag. So you fold that down the middle. You see the little indentions on the sides there. So you just fold that down the middle. And then to glue that on, just put glue on both sides. Try to center this. Squeeze it down. There's one use of the tab. But you could also use it on the side of a page to mark where, to mark the page. So again, glue on both sides. Make sure I only have one page. And then you got to decide, do you want it all the way up here so it lines up at the arc? Move it down further. You could even go all the way up against the page if you don't want it as an actual tag or as a tab, excuse me, but more just as a page decoration. Like you can go all the way up against the page. Now this comes in handy if you're going to want a hole punch. I mean, you could put a punch and an eyelet in this and have a dangle hanging off of there. I've done that before. But you could also do it like this and do a hole punch. And then you're going through 3 layers for your eyelet. Same with here on a tag. Let's see if I can find another tag. Go in here with some purple. You fold that in half. Oh, it's a belly band. I'm like, what did I do there? Is kind of use this as a built-in hole reinforcer. So instead of it being up, like this, put it all the way down up against the top of your tag. Adds a decorative element to it. And then you can come in and hole punch, put the eyelet in there, and it creates its own little reinforcement. So you can see here, the tab sticking out the side. Or you can go off the top. So then you have a little tab sticking out the top. Up to you. Top, bottom, top side. You can go any edge. I said you can put them sticking out. You can put them flush with the page. Artist's choice. But nice, simple little project. Again, from Melina this week. It's nice. No, I like the ones that don't make me think, especially when my brain is on overdrive. I need to make a bunch of tabs. But simple Simon. Okay. So week 13. Excuse me. Of Galagustinelli, Scrappy Saturday, and Melina Pilot, M's Scrapbusters. That is it for week 13. Stay tuned for next week's challenges and hit that notification bell because then you'll get notifications of all my cooking videos, my journal videos that I'm making, as well as all of the challenges that I'm doing. So if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button and also that notification bell. Hit the like if you like my video. And as always, feel free to share my content. And we will talk to you later. Bye.